So now that we have our interaction trace set up and working as we want, we can go ahead and start working on the actual interaction logic part. So primarily what we're going to do is work on the actual interaction interface and getting that set up to make sure that actually works and tie it back to here. So basically, we want this to return true if there's a blocking hit that also implements that interact interface. So to begin, let's go to our core module, go to interfaces, and add a new interface. And we're just going to call this one the interact interface. Go ahead and press OK. And we can, again, delete the private interfaces folder that it creates with us, or with it. So now that we're here, let's go ahead and make sure to export out the U-interact interface. Just copy core module over. And now we can work on the actual function that we're going to want to use for it. So we can do something simple as, let's do void, or let's see, do we want to have a Boolean? I'm trying to think if there's any conditions as to if we can or cannot interact with something. Yeah, there are going to be. So for example, the mystery box, you can't interact with it once it's already active. So bool, let's do can interact. I think that'll be a pretty useful case here. I don't think it would need any parameters, but I could be wrong. But we'll just leave this as is for now. So let's go back to our ability interact. Let's go ahead and include the interfaces, the interact interface.h. And inside of perform sweep, we just want to do that check. So if be hit and the hit result dot get actor, if this basically implements the interact interface. So by casting, so cast to I interact interface, we can tell. So if the hit actor implements the interface and does a blocking hit, we're basically good to go. However, we have that can interact function, so we want to make use of that. So we're going to take this and do, what do you call it? I interact interface equals the casting, or basically the hit actor's interface. I don't know how else to describe it. So we're check if be hit and interact interface can interact. So by default, we're going to actually want to make this true, and we need to do so regardless. So return true, because there are going to be things where we don't care. We want it to always be interactable, such as, a Bible barricade, for example, in which case the only time it's not interactable is after it's been interacted with. And all we need to do there is pretty much just, we can remove collision if we want to. I don't know exactly yet. But this should allow us to figure out, is something interactable? That's really all it's doing. At which point we can then prompt the UI message to display something on screen. So we can have a interaction message, for example. So what we can do, and this will probably be a good case of actually getting the, the view model set up, which we're going to probably want to be doing actually very shortly. But for now, let's grab the interact interface. And we want to just simply print on string, or not on string, print into the log some sort of just message, which also means we need an actor. So for the time being, there's not really much else to do, but we can go ahead and make this return. So f name, let's do get interaction message, and we'll make it return a default message. So default message, that'll be sufficient. So that way we can check and see, okay, actually these need to be virtual, so they're overridable. I forgot about that. So if if we see a default message, we know that, we have not implemented, well, either we haven't implemented the function anywhere. or overridden it or something like that. So that'll just be kind of a reminder. So we can do UE log temp, warning, text. Let's just print out message interact interface, get interaction message, and make it a string. So anytime we are performing a sweep on something we can interact with, we are simply going to print it out into the log. So that's all we really want to test for this video. So we're going to have to make a blueprint actor and just basically throw it into the world, and it should be fine. We're not going to be able to override anything inside of that to say change the interaction message, but that's not really a big deal because we are just testing at the moment. And soon we'll be defining and creating the actual, interactable actors. So let's go ahead and begin. Let's create we'll just make a new blueprint class because we're going to destroy it here soon. I'll leave it as new blueprint. We can add a cube and go to class settings, implement interfaces. We want the interact interface. So compile save. Let's just make sure that this does have, it's blocking all. And we'll throw it right here. So if I hit play, when I walk into it, my sweep hits it, we should have an interaction message, which we do not seem to. Oh, that's right, because this is a blueprint actor. There's going to be a different way of checking. So it's going to be not casting it. It's going to be checking to see if it implements it through another means, which actually we don't have access to. So I apologize. I had forgotten about that. So basically, we are going to end this video here. And in the next one, we're going to actually create a basic interactable barricade, so to speak. So this will likely be in its own module. And yeah, we'll just have to go from there. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of thinking, but that'll be kind of like the starting point for the actual interaction logic of how do we want the interfaces to work? How do we want the actual interaction part? So like when we press F, how do we want the interaction to work? That kind of stuff. It's likely going to be done through gameplay events, but we'll just have to see. So anyways, that is going to be all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me and get early access to this series, check out the Patreon link down below. And if you want to continue along as I upload, hit subscribe.